Hello everyone, Teacher here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the deep dive because it's just been released and there's some pretty interesting info in here, and I had to check some of the character reveals just to make sure that I understood it correctly. So let's take a look at it and we'll do a very quick reaction to what I think might be a good thing to do, and then tomorrow or a few after this we'll do a follow-up video where we have some more info. So if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So, the news are here. Greetings, Ringbearer. As mentioned before, Chapter 3 of the Mines of Moria is coming to the Lords of the Rings, Hero of Middle-earth. Chapter 3, Blades in the Dark, will be available in your game on September 12, 2013. This date is approximate and may change as necessary. Basically, if you're coming from Marvel Strike Force, subject to change. This is subject to change. We saw it as Chapter 2. They pushed it back and some guilds got really hit by this, so don't bank your keys on it. I would say you can launch if you are launching on the 9th or the 10th, especially if you're launching the 10th or the 11th. You're gonna be getting there on the 13th or the 12th. Like, you might actually, especially if you delay to the 11th and you launch, don't burn keys, by the way. If you are close to hitting 2,500, then just launch. Don't hold keys more than that. Then you should basically get Chapter 3 up and running. That's what they said with Chapter 2, and then they delayed it. So, anyways, need a total score of 17 million. We'll be getting that in DK Crew, I'm sure of that. Pride comes before a fall, but we've been doing that regularly, basically. It's actually really fun that they mentioned this because you don't feel it in-game when you are doing the chapters. So it's really good that they're saying this because Chapter 2, I think some guilds are still struggling with this to actually hit that threshold because many are scoring higher on Chapter 1. We scored around 30 on that, and then we scored, yeah, like the 21 on the Chapter 2. So, but it's important to know that's also if you feel you can't get that with your previous raid, that in Chapter 2, let's say you're getting 14 to 12 million, then just launch. It's okay. You might not. It's not worth the risk. Anyways, let's take a look at the scoring rules, which of course is multiplied. Gain 400 points per living ally at the start of every allied turn. So yeah, it is just a extortion race, like it's survive the survive the waves. There we go. English is hard today. Gain 600 points whenever an ally blocks an attack. Gain 600 points whenever an ally evades an attack. Okay, this is pretty interesting. And gain 10 points for health percentage per healed on ally. Okay, so you need to be able to block. So this is actually, it seems that they're true what they said with the Gondor squad. So this actually brings Denethor's leader ability higher up because of that. Then we have evading attacks. So Rivendell, of course, again gonna be good because they get a lot of nimble on. Lomina, I feel actually is also gonna increase here because he gets that. Those who have built up a nice Legolas will be able to take advantage of this as well. Isengard might be okay, decent here. They lack cleanse a little bit, but Isengard seems to be an okay team. And then we have the enemies, the War Drummer, Skullcrusher, Mangler, Firestarter, Warguard, and Shadowseer. So they just removed the Bomber, actually. That's okay. Passive ability. Okay. While the above orc lineup may seem similar to those you encountered in Chapter 1, these orcs have a brand new passive effect. Probably gonna have a bug in it. Replacing the previous orc passive from Chapter 1. New passive, this one. On spawn, gain 1 stack of Unbreakable. So yeah, basically survive if you take fatal damage. Whenever this character attacks the enemy on their turn, inflict marked for 3 turns and call a random ally to assist. Ouch, so you're actually gonna get 2 attacks on there. If the enemy was already marked, inflict 1 stack of capture. On end of turn, gain 1% turn meter for each enemy and each stack of captured on all enemies. So you really need to cleanse and make sure you can get out of that. On death, summon 1 random Moria Orc. So you need cleansing and you need healing. So they're really on point with that. And this is where I feel the Gondor is actually a little bit struggling because the only cleanse they actually have is Captain of the White Tower when they drop below 50% health. So you need heal, and that's something they don't have. So you need to bring Halbarad in here. But let's go back. I actually have an idea of how I want to do that, if you can. Also, because Denethor is not available until the 18th, so he's not even going to be available for the first raid. That's also why I feel they might delay it a little bit. Because, yeah, if they can make us buy, spend some money, and then, oh, we pushed it back a little bit. You would launch with Gondor being the best squad, but you don't have the leader ability. Something doesn't seem right there for me. Gotta say, so let's see what we go with. Oh, by the way, a very important thing here where I feel elves again is gonna be really good, and also where I think my Gondor, not Gondor squad is gonna be good with the Halbarad lead for Rangers. Faramir, I found it here because I was sure I read it. Faramir, where is it? Yeah, here, staring me right in the face. When Faramir gains stealth with his abilities, he also dispels smart. I would assume this goes for everyone, so pretty good. That's actually really, really important that you can get that on. So Rangers going a little bit up in value. It's also really Road to Rivendell. So if you're close to getting those maxed, I would say push Road to Rivendell, get that little bit extra, because crit from Strider can stealth them. You cleanse everything. They're speedy as well. This is great. Road to Rivendell, I think, is going to be great. So if you want to keep pushing them a little bit, then do the investment. You're going to like it. And yeah, bonus player, when an ally kills an orc, cleanse 1 stack of captured on that ally. So that is for like the DPS. When an ally gains taunt or provoke, cleanse mark on all allies. So that's actually really good. That's all. So again, Elladan is actually gonna be really great here. He's gonna cleanse marked because he can just, Elladan can actually just, keep doing his special too. So Rivendell, again, they included it. Rivendell is gonna be the premier team. So make sure you have a good amount of taunts, provokes in there. I actually feel this is pretty okay for Haradrim actually, because Wubate and Robel can actually work around on this. So I feel, I don't know if they changed, but this is actually quite nice for Haradrim. I'm positive about this because you have 2 provokes, Wubate and Robel, along with their special 2s. Then you have 2 cleanses. You have a cleanse in Bekelu with her special 1, where she gives concentration and deadly. And then also you have cleanse on Tibeb, where you have the haste. I believe that's also cleansing. Otherwise it's the heal, but I believe it's the special 2. That's the haste. The haste is special 2, but I believe that's the one that cleanses. So Haradrim's actually going to be okay for this. They're of course not going to be the best, but I liked seeing that they are actually going to make Haradrim okay for this, so I think a lot of us is actually gonna like that, those of us who invested into that. And then marked means the target is forced to taunt, as we know the mark ability, but here's the captured one. When this character is inflicted with 10 or more stacks of captured, this character will receive a fatal blow, death. So again, it doesn't say they can't be resurrected, but the only resurrector is Lord Elrond. So again, Rivendell, meta, pretty easy. So really excited about this chapter. I think there's a lot of different things. Rivendell, of course, going to be amazing. We're going to see Gondor with the Rangers actually also going to be okay. Road to Rivendell is going to be nice. Haradrim, that's 4 squads. And then the last one, I might actually go with an Isengard over the what's it called? Yeah, it's actually called minus blank. Rohan squad. Because Rohan only has the healer. However, they've been offering us bulk in game. Nuras. If you have a build up Nuras, you could use him here because the troll that he summons gains provoke on turn. So there's some stuff there. So that's actually really good. And you have high DPS target and everything. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. You have regen as well. So a lot of interesting things. I'm looking forward to testing this chapter and getting the chest too. So let me know what you think about this chapter and what the info they've given us. Have you any ideas for what is good to use? Then leave a comment and I'll take a look at it. And who knows, maybe I'll make a video. Talk to you later.